This seems like this is coming straight from Tel Aviv. This Israeli is giving us super chats. Iran has killed more Muslims via the Shia militias and their proxies in Iraq, Syria, and Yemen than Israel has. Let that sink in. Bye. This is all that they can do, is make this claim that is absolutely refuted by all the evidence, by all the numbers. Give me that. Tell me. And this is why none of them will debate me. I've challenged these Judeo-Muslims to debate me. Who has really killed more, Iran or Israel? Who poses the bigger threat, Iran or Israel? In their entire history, who has been a bigger threat? Who has killed more? Who has caused more damage to Sunnis, Iran or Israel? None of them will debate me on this. None of them will debate me because it's unfactual. It's just a propaganda claim, Hasbara claim, coming straight from Unit 8200, spread by people pretending to be Muslims online, pretending to be Sunni Muslims online. They're not actually Sunni Muslims. They couldn't even care about what Sunni Islam is. Prove what are the numbers? Okay, let's say that Iran has killed in Syria. Let's take your most extreme, like according to the official estimates by human rights groups, that the Iranian side in the Syrian civil war, if you combine Iran, Assad, Hezbollah, that's 400,000. 400,000. Iraq, okay, in Iraq, if you're just counting militias, after Saddam was toppled, does that even reach 10,000 in Iraq in terms of a death toll? And then Yemen, how many people has Yemen killed? Like you're going to consider that to be a significant number? Who has Yemen killed? Do you mean like the civil war in Yemen? That resulted in more Yemenis being killed because of the Saudi blockade. So how are you putting that on Iran? And even if we do put it in Iran, we're talking about how many deaths? Another 25,000, maybe 50,000. So total all of that up, and you won't even get to 600,000. Let's say that's a very generous estimate, 600,000 in the history of Iran. And obviously, we're not counting mutual conflicts when Iraq invaded or attempted to invade Iran, and the Iran-Iraq war, where 1 million people were killed. Both sides had major casualties over a decade, almost a decade. So not counting that, let's put the number at 600,000. How many has Israel killed? Let's just go by the Iraq war. And that's the thing about the Wahhabis. They won't count Iraq. Or they'll somehow say, no, the Iraq war, those deaths in 2003 with the US invasion, that's also Iran's fault somehow. Because I have this information that, Iran says that it's actually to their benefit if Saddam is taken out. So therefore, that means all of the deaths in Iraq and the entire Iraq war, that's on Iran. Like, these are the kinds of morons that we're dealing with. The Iraq war was based on intelligence, false intelligence from Netanyahu to put the pretext that Saddam has weapons of mass destruction. Therefore, they're planning an imminent strike on the West, on the United States. So those WMDs have to be taken out. This was false intelligence from Israel. From Israel. Israel was behind the invasion of Iraq. The neocons, the Zionist neocons in the US government were masterminds behind the invasion of Iraq, which led to the death of millions of Muslims. Millions. And here is the death toll just from Iraq and the so-called war on terror. And I've shared these numbers many, many times. U.S. spending on Israel's military operations and related U.S. operations in the region, at least $22.76 billion and counting. That's a massive underestimate. Human toll, including indirect deaths of post 9/11 wars, 4.5 to 4.7 million. Do you see this number? Do you see this number here? This is from Brown University. Cost of War Project. Go and bring up this website and you can see. Cost of War, Watson Institute for International and Public Affairs, Brown University, Cost of War Project. Do you see that 4.5 to 4.7 million death toll? That's Muslims post 9/11. Who do you think was responsible for 9/11? Number one. Number two, who do you think was responsible for the Iraq war? Was it Iran? Was it Iran actually that hit the World Trade Centers and the Pentagon on 9/11? Was that Iran? Was it Iran that was calling for a massive war on terror? Or was it the neocons? Do you know what a neocon is? Do you know what the Zionist neocon project is in the Bush era? That's the death toll, 4.5 to 4.7 million. And what do these Hasbara shills come with? They say, no. Iran has killed 50 billion, 60 trillion Sunnis. Iran has killed 1,000 gajillion Sunnis. That's all that they can say. We show facts and figures. We show numbers. We show actual figures, and that's just Iraq, and that's post 9/11. That's just war on terror related. Is 4.5 to 4.7 million. We're not even counting the intra-Sunni wars. We're not even counting the amount of death and destruction caused by sectarianism and nationalism. When Saddam Hussein massacres 100,000 Kurds, Sunni Kurds in Iraq, are you gonna blame that on Iran too? Or when Saddam massacred anywhere from 100,000 or 50,000 to 200,000 Shia Iraqis in Iraq. Are those deaths? Who do we blame those deaths on? Do we start blaming Sunnis? Like Sunnis are responsible for that? If you're going to blame Syria on Shi'is and Rawafid, then that means you should count Saddam's massacres and put that on the head of Sunnism. By that logic, like who would agree to that kind of idiocy?